You know, when we go to places like this, I got to go last year. This is the NCAA Wrestling Championships, going with American Gangster and my grandson Thero. There's a bunch of guys. It's an all-guy event they do every year. This is my second year going. So last year we got to meet the president, Trump. And I don't know if he's going this year, but I imagine if they tell President Trump that Chael's, the American Gangster, is going to be there, and Cowboy Steve at the same time, that he's likely going to show up to see us. With that, now security is a big deal, and I got Secret Service clearance. I know the head of the East Coast, his name is Joe, at security. I know the head of the West Coast, Michael. I text with them every week, and they're a phone call away for me. Okay, so that's there where everything's doing that. But then when we're around the president, okay, so, but when we're upstairs and we're watching the wrestling as spectators coming down, now you're really in Chael's wheelhouse. This is where everybody knows. He was an All-American wrestler. I know once, maybe twice in his collegiate career at Oregon. So all the fans know him there. Everybody in the building knows the American Gangster there because of his wrestling background. Like if you go to an MMA event, like I've told you about from New York. So I get to do, what's the old line? My head on a swivel. So I get to do security whether I want to or not because his family's sitting there. So I put myself out there to keep an eye on him because everywhere he goes is mobbed, and I have to, I have to regulate who can get, how many times he can sit there and do autographs and all that stuff. And I'm sure one of these times we'll have trouble that maybe I can't handle, and I get my ass whipped, and of course there's a first time for everything. I'll just have to deal with it. Last year we were in Tulsa. This year we are in, like I said, we're in Kansas City, Missouri. I didn't know that was 2 miles across the state line, and you're in Kansas City, Kansas. I guess I just accepted it was one spot split by state lines. Not. Okay, so I'm looking forward to it. I told you we're staying in the house. What do they call those? There's a term for it. Anyhow, he got this for us last year, had it all lined up. Elvis Presley swam in the pool there, though. It stayed there. I will hopefully give you guys an update. You guys already know my picks. But while I'm at it, I wanted to touch on security and stuff like that, which goes in line with manners. I can remember my daughter one time. Remember I did a couple videos with my daughter, Brittany. And we were up getting ice cream at some place, and people are kind of funny, and I'm noticing some people starting to get that way now. Chivalry is not dead for Cowboy Steve. I open the door for women, I open the door for men, I open the door for everybody, unless something funny happens. Okay, we're in there getting my daughter ice cream. I open the door for her to come out, and some big dude wants to bolt through the door. I thought I was opening it for him. My daughter's standing right there. Of course, I shut the door on him, and he doesn't get it. I bang it off his big fat belly a couple of times and stuck my hand in his face, told him to wait. I know that that's rude, but that's the kind of manners. I took it too far. I'm sorry, but I just can't handle that. If I open the door for a lady and some dude, some smart ass, wants to walk through before the lady comes out, I just can't let it go. I mean, can you guys let that go? How do you do that? When has that ever worked? The other day when I was going in the store, there was a little puddle outside. There was a pretty girl coming out. I took my coat off and I threw the son of a bitch down in the puddle so she wouldn't have to get her feet wet.